we conduct many projects. We had conducted the Jagannath Sadak project. The Jagannath Sadak project was a project in which we remapped the old pilgrim route, because we know that travel to Puri and the tradition of the Rath Yatra has a recorded history of nearly 500 years. Pilgrims used to come to Puri. How would they come? There was a road. The road was called the Jagannath Sadak. It started from somewhere in the Jagannath Ghat on the Hooghly River in present-day Kolkata, and it wound its way through Bengal, Orissa, and reached Puri. It was basically a coastal road, an important road which was mapped very early. Even we have got maps as early as 1790 which have the Jagannath Sadak drawn on it. Now the Jagannath Sadak was not only a pilgrim road, it was also a road which was taken by all the marauders who conquered Orissa. It was an important trade route. Odisha had a thriving trade in the export of rice, export of salt, textiles, saltpeter. It was also a road that was taken, I told you, by all the marauders. Anybody who conquered Orissa came on that road. The Afghans came, followed by the Mughals, followed by the Marathas, and later on the East India Company, and then the British forces. And this road was the road which was taken by most of the great holy sages who had come here. Nanak had walked down the road, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had walked down the road, Kabir, Namdev, Ramanujan, you name it. Most of the sampradayas existing at that time, sometime or the other, they had come to Puri, set up their mutts there, and even all along the way, the Gaudiyas, the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, had a mutt every 30-40 kilometers on the old Jagannath Sadak. Now this Sadak, how did the pilgrims come? Most of them walked. A few came in bullock carts. The richer people came in palanquins. They came in horse-drawn carriages. The elephants were used by the kings and the royals. Wound its way from Calcutta, Medinapur, Baleswar, Jajpur, Cuttack, and it is there. Hostile places, there were 8 major rivers and around 20 minor rivers. Most of them used to be in spate for 2-3 months a year. A lot of infrastructure was made. It's a very thriving road, like I said, thousands of pilgrims used to come. So Intac had taken up a project too. Now what happened was the railways came in 1898. When the railways from Calcutta to Puri, the line was laid and train service started. Obviously the journey time came down to in 20 hours. And previously when they used to walk and come, it used to take a month. So people stopped using the road and the road went into oblivion. People forgot about the road. But nevertheless, many of the structures which were existing of the roads were still there. 10 years ago, Intac had taken up a project. We wanted to remap the whole road, because whenever we made our preliminary studies, we found that the rich history of the road, oral history, traditional history, legends and all that. And there were many monuments and heritage structures, old of the period ones which were there, which included bridges, included dharmshalas, included rest houses, included ghats. Many were there, ponds, wells. So we undertook a bullock cart journey from Kolkata to Puri, walking all the way, interacting with the villagers, hearing the history, recording it, photographing it, filming it. And we had a 3-volume report on the Jagannath Sadak, which is being published by the Odisha State Archives. It will be released very soon. When we did this report, we realized the extent, of not only Odishan heritage and culture, but basically Jagannath heritage and culture, how it travelled outside Odisha, how it went up north, and how it spread all over the country. We recorded around 800 monuments of the road. Many of them were practically, in the last stages, but nevertheless 400 were good enough to be recorded and documented and status report made. This was one project we did.